Ho, ho, ho. What up, what up, what up? It's yours truly, Mr. TALIAFERRO. My annual Christmas giveaway is on the way. Last year we did it on YouTube. This year we're going to do it on my Instagram account. So if you want to win AirPods, gift cards, and a lot of other stuff, you want to make sure you're following me on Instagram at Mr. TALIAFERRO. You're in the running to potentially win some AirPods and a lot of cool gifts this holiday season. Enjoy the video. This video is brought to you by Blac Youngsta's new album, Church on Sunday. Church on Sunday is Youngsta's latest studio album that features T.I., The Baby, Yo Gotti, Moneybagg Yo, and a lot of other artists are on this bad boy. Go check out Blac Youngsta's new album, Church on Sunday, in stores right now where you can stream music at. Go get that album, Church on Sunday, in stores right now. What's going on? It's yours truly. Just say it with me. They call me Mr. TALIAFERRO. How's everybody doing out there? Now. Youngsta's new album is out and it's sponsoring this video. And I wanted to show some love to one of the verses off this album that I thought was dope. Now, we already did one on Youngsta's dope verse that he had on his album, but another dope verse came from T.I. Clifford Harris. It's on this record called, it's the name of the album, it's literally the title of the album. This record's called Church on Sunday, and it's featuring T.I. And I thought it was interesting because we don't get too many verses from T.I. Throughout the year. But this one is, I think, is speaking on Kanye West and him coming to Atlanta, Georgia. Remember when Ye was about to drop his album and Ye was going around from church to church and he was pretty much having his own Sunday service inside of a couple of big churches. He was in New York with it and he was on the West Coast with it for a few weeks. And he went to Atlanta and T.I. and Chuch pulled up to this service. And I was listening to T.I.'s podcast. Afterwards, T.I. was like, he felt like it was one big gimmick. He wasn't necessarily speaking on Ye, but he feels like they brought the collection plates, I think he said, back around when T.I. and Chuch walked in late. And I feel like T.I. was like, you know, this whole church thing, it feels like a gimmick. So I'm guessing T.I. made this verse right after that for Youngsta in his album. I want to read this verse to you guys. I think I'm going to call this my lyrical miracle breakdown. We do this from time to time where I read verses, obviously because of copyright. A lot of times I can't play the music that I just want to play for y'all instead of me rapping with my non-rapping ass, but we do what we can on this platform. Hopefully YouTube, they figure this shit out going forward because I would love to play this music for you. But let's listen to this verse from T.I. Clifford Harris. He said, trying to find a church I believe in, worth waking up on the weekend. Had a preacher teaching us and he sinned, told God I don't do middlemen. Yo bitch easy like Sunday, bitch always pulling up to someplace. Come right up out that Javante, then haul ass in a Hyundai. Turn your loss into a lesson, don't regret your mistake. Build your character and that's gonna take your places money can't. Just stay solid in this bitch, show no emotion, poker face. What's understood don't need to be explained, them niggas know to play. Remember all I wanted was a beeper and an open face. I started trapping, still toting pistols with an open case. Started rapping, learned bad habits, really hard to break. Let my kids down, the only thing that my heart break. Do it big, large estate, pull up in an iron rod gate, looking for the smart play. Never work for a hard day. If there's a deal to be done, I'ma do it, run my bag up. What God got for me, my blessing, it don't come from no pastor, nah. So I'm gonna break that verse down as best I can, all right? I thought T.I. was saying some shit. He was like, yo, I ain't doing no middleman. I told God I want to talk to you directly. So you hear T.I. saying, yo, I ain't doing this pastor. I ain't feeling this, how the pastor deliver the message from a higher being and talk to me. And I would love to know y'all opinions on what T.I. is saying. It sounds like a guy who's done with church. That's what I'm getting from this. Unless I'm wrong or if I'm missing something, y'all let me know in the comment box. But it sounds like a guy that not doing the church thing anymore. And it looks like he's calling church some BS. Look, that's something that would not have been said 20, 30 years ago. But I feel like a lot of people are, increasing their relationship with whatever higher being that they believe in, if any at all. But they're losing the value in church. I feel like some of that comes from us being hypocrites and expecting something out of church that we don't expect anywhere else. But I also feel like this comes from people getting smarter, more educated, and starting to question things that back in the day as kids, or maybe our parents, they could never question, right? You remember back in the day, it was more or less, If your mama told you to be in church, do it. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You gonna get your behind up no matter how late you stayed up on Saturday night. Get up, go to church. Don't ask no questions. We got to do this. Well, now I feel like kids and people growing up in this generation, we want to know like the why. Like, why do you do this? Like, when did you start? Like, how do you believe? You know what I mean? We ask questions now, and I don't think anything's wrong with asking questions. And I feel like in this record and this verse from T.I., he's more or less asking questions more than anything else. Like, yo, how do we trust the preacher? And he's saying he trying to teach us, but he got his own baggage in his closet too, which I do feel like you could teach somebody with your own baggage. Like, I mean, none of us are perfect. We all, and I don't think we should put a preacher on a level where they can't sin and make mistakes. I think that's the best pastors, the ones that have learned from their mistakes and talk about their mistakes and continue to make mistakes, but they get better from it and learn from it. I don't want no perfect pastor. That's just not me personally, but I love verses like this because I think they mean something. His messaging in this verse. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Tip's verse on Youngsta's new record, Church on Sunday. Church on Sunday. About my money. Trap on money. Hey, the trap house jumping. Hey, y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comment box below. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. Salute, I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids, they tuned in.
We locked in right now, Mr.
TALIAFERRO.
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO.
You're watching Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.